Reports in the Washington Post indicate that the United States has sent a shipment of weapons and ammunition to the Somali government to help it avoid the total takeover of the country by the Al-Shabaab Islamist rebels believed to have links with the Al-Qaeda terrorist group. The weapons are said to have arrived in Mogadishu this month in what is emerging as preparation to have foreign troops deployed to fight the Al-Shabaab rebels. In Kenya, the country's security forces are on a red alert as the possible military intervention gains momentum. The option becoming more viable with reports Al-Shabaab fighters are advancing towards the Kenyan border with Somalia.
Now, if Kenya wanted to enter in Somalia, they can only do that under the current situation, that if we are attacked, then they use what we call the right to pursue, to ensure that they cross into Somalia and pursue these militias to a point where they believe they will not be posing a threat again to our country.
As the country's security forces brace for an increasingly looming battle, anxiety is mounting over the possible clash with the guerrilla fighters with no conventional military background.
Every military in the world, and our own military because I served there for some time, they are all trained to deal with diverse natures of military warfare. One of them is dealing with disorganized groups like Al-Shabaab.
Kenya has ruled out any immediate military action in Somalia, but pressure is increasing on the government to move with speed to avoid further advancement of the Al-Shabaab fighters, notorious for cruel treatment of their war victims.
We always get this kind of threats from different groups. All we can say is that our alert system has not gone down for the last few years.
In terms of capacity, we can't compare our military with Al-Shabaab. We might not have engaged ourselves in any warfare. But you see, one thing you need to remember is every military, including ours, has an annual program of events. And some of those things they do is training, physical fitness, exercises to deal with certain types of warfare.
Kenya's military action depends on the sanctioning by regional bodies such as the African Union and IGAD. A successful military intervention in Somalia would largely depend on regional coalition and alliances with neighboring friends.
The only thing that Kenya can do is, under the international conventions, they can be used as a launching pad in terms of logistics, in terms of medical care, so that whatever happens in Somalia passes through Kenya because of our infrastructure and what we have.
As Kenya considers her options, Ethiopia says it will not hesitate to send its troops to Mogadishu to fight the Al-Shabaab fighters. Ethiopian Prime Minister Meles Zenawi has told a press conference that his country is watching the response of the international community to the raging crisis in Somalia before considering military action. Emmanuel Talam, KTN Prime.